For this video, we will be reviewing Captorra's dashboard and reporting solution. The dashboard utility in Captorra is a unique function that allows our clients to truly create personal screens that shows them not only real-time data with reports, but it can pull in other areas of the system as well. These reports and the dashboards as a whole are fully customizable, but we will review some common use examples here in this video. The first example we have here is the marketing dashboard. It shows how many intakes we've received for both this month and last month based on how potential clients heard about the firm. These reports can be displayed as pie graphs, funnel charts, horizontal and vertical bar graphs, or even simply rows and columns. Each of these graphs are very dynamic as well. You can click on this middle list icon here in the top right of this report, and it actually opens up an expanded view that shows you the data that makes up this report on the left. As I click on a piece of the pie graph over here on the right, such as the 6 intakes that came in from Google this month, it shows me just those 6 intakes on the left. If I want to drill down even further, I can change this to intake status and click Go, allowing me to see out of those 6 intakes from Google how many intakes we've signed up. So we have 2 signed up, 2 referred out, 1 that's in a sign-up package state, and 1 that's still pending. The next dashboard we have is an example of an intake specialist dashboard. This is a perfect example of how dashboards can be used not only to bring in more than just reports, but also other areas of the system that are very important to me as my role in the firm. A screen like this can show an intake specialist their activities for the day, which can be sorted by priority level or due date, while also looking at their pending intakes. This is showing me all the intakes I'm assigned to that are not in signed up, referred out, or turned down status, making sure I'm staying on top of those intakes that are still in a pending state, while also showing me some reports as well. So again, this allows me to pull in multiple areas of the system under one screen. This management report shows intakes by case type over here on the left to display how many potential cases we've received by each area of law within the firm. While on the right, we can see all of our intakes and then what status they're in. So we can see all of our signed up cases versus referred out versus pending or turned down as well. If I scroll down, I can see a list of all my staff side by side, how many intakes they've received, and also the status of those intakes. So if there's a certain person who has a high volume of intakes but also a high number of turn downs, we can go into that report like I showed you earlier in the video and look at each of those turn down intakes and look at the criteria to make sure if there's any extra training that needs to be done. And if an outbound status is important to the firm, you can see all of your outbound intakes and even what status those outbound calls are in, if they're in first, second, or final attempt, and how much of the information was bad data. We also have the ability to provide very customizable reports outside of the dashboard as well. It is important to note that any of these reports can be scheduled to be sent to anyone within the firm based on the report, day, and time. Therefore, even if partners are not users in the system, which is pretty common, they can receive reports every morning at 9 a.m. as an example. Just to quickly review a couple of these, here's a report that I have up that tracks the cost of our different marketing campaigns on a monthly basis against the number of signups. This easily allows you to see how advantageous each of your marketing efforts are and if money should be reallocated towards a more successful campaign. This last report shows not only the number of intakes by rep, but computes their conversion rate automatically so that we can quickly see if there are any staff members who may need a little extra training in order to assure a higher sign-up rate.